This is why you need a vision board. So I think one of the most important things is being able to see what you're running after. You have to be able to look at it and picture it. And a lot of times you can't picture that in your head because life's so crazy. So one of the things I do is I create vision boards for my life. And the problem is, the biggest problem with vision boards for me is every single time I put something on it, I get it. It's in my life and I have to recreate the board. So this isn't manifestation. This is being able to clearly picture your goal that you run full speed towards. It's taking your goals out of the fucking air and putting them somewhere so you can visualize. I know people think that's stupid or it's corny or whatever, but I have everything I've ever wanted that I put on my board. We're almost to the point in time where my vlogs are just gonna be about my grass. Sprinklers are hooked up. We got a little raking we gotta do over there. But we're gonna fertilize, and it's almost grass season. This shit is gonna look so good this year. Yep. I think this is my year. This is my, hey, stop eating my grass, all right? This is, worked really long and hard for this grass. I'm telling you right now, look at this. This is gonna be, I did multiple rakes. I gotta fix that dead spot, but this is my year. This is my year. Enter me in the competition. Got a bunch of meetings done this morning, and now meetings are done for at least a little bit. I have some design work to do, but before that, we are getting the wide body M3 on the trailer because we have a slight problem with the M3. The problem isn't that it's beautiful, because it is beautiful. The problem is we're leaking fuel. I don't have a lift, so I can't really get under it. I'm too big and it's too annoying, so we're gonna drop off the M3. And as we drop off the M3, we're gonna drop off my brother's LS IS300. And I don't know what he's getting done, but I'm happy. It started right up. Both cars started, so we're winning in that. But this fuel's a little bit of an issue. So we're gonna get that figured out. And now my whole garage here is full of fuel. Smells good. So we're gonna get these cars dropped off and then get back to work. We're also doing something pretty exciting today, which is we're having the whole staff come out and clean the property. A little team building, we're gonna cater it, all that, but got some stuff to do before that. All right, so we dropped her off here. So many different things I wanna do to this car. So big things I wanna do this is we need to get it rewrapped. I wanna get a graphics kit on it, fix the fuel. We're gonna drive it with this engine this year. So I'll get the rest of I can out of this M3 motor, and then probably gonna go LS next year. Just keep it super, super simple, but I'm excited to get that car dialed. I haven't been able to pay enough attention to it. Trailer worked great, truck worked great. Right now everything's working for me. It's one of those good days. Learning new skills. So we just did a catered lunch for the staff, which is great. The staff is now outside doing a big spring cleanup, which I wanted to be with them, but I am knee deep in legal stuff, trying to buy a company as fast as I can. And I can't get a hold of any lawyers like that. So I have so much legal work to do that I'm not doing because I don't have a relationship with a lawyer. So trying to focus on a relationship with a lawyer. But for now, I'm resaving new Airbnb photos for the rental property, but low res.
Ugh, I'm starving. Ooh, I have a brownie. It's like from a brownie. So hungry. Ah, yes. What the hell? Where's my brownie? Someone ate my last brownie. Did you eat my brownie? Did you eat my brownie?
I wish.
Did you eat my brownie? Did you guys? Did you eat my brownie?
I haven't touched the brownie.
Josh, you didn't eat my brownie. Rob. Where's Rob? Rob, did you eat my last brownie? Did you eat my last... Rob! It was the last one!
It's 15 grams of protein, they're so delicious. Just order more. Right now, until May 5th, you get 50% off your first time order with Trifecta, and they send you free brownies. There's still a little left. Do you want some?
Yes?
It's been a day. It's been an absolute day. And that's great though, because tomorrow I I pack up tonight. I'm gonna fertilize my lawn tonight, by the way, but I pack up tonight and tomorrow I fly to Arizona. So I got some breathing room. I can work on the airplane, get organized and everything, but it has been a day. Why am I flying to Arizona? Let's cover that. Flying to Arizona because we're going there for the UFL to watch the fights. We actually are the ones that made the Rampage Jackson shirts. So this Friday, you'll see a little collab between the UFL and Flag Nor Fail, which I'm pretty pumped about. I mean, I grew up watching Rampage Jackson, and now the fact that we're partnering with them on a shirt is pretty wild, but such is life. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about something today to close today out. Today was all phone calls. And in life, I've told you guys this before, but I operate by something called the Freedom Compass. And my Freedom Compass is what essentially builds my life. It's not what does all the things, but it's my North Star, right? So my Freedom Compass is my North Star. Now, in my Freedom Compass, I ran into a couple problems this week, big business problems that needed millions of dollars to solve, and also needed connections to solve. They also needed my brain power to solve. So I'm gonna break down what my Freedom Compass is here and how I look at it. Essentially, freedom to me is options. There's different things that create options. So when you make decisions, you need to think about this. If it's something that takes away your freedom, if it's a risky business deal, if it's something that could put you in prison, obviously, it takes away your freedom. You need to really think about it. So a couple different things happened this week. And the first thing on my Freedom Compass, which I strive to make, is money. We all know money solves problems. There's been so many problems in my life and in people's lives around me that they can just be solved by money, which is why I create so many businesses and I work so hard, because I really want that resource to be there. I remember a time when I didn't have money, where my hot water heater went out, and for, I think, dude, it was like 4 or 5 months, we didn't have hot water at our house because I didn't have $300 to fix the hot water heater. And that it had this wild impact on me, because I remember every single day when Dana was stressed out and she had to go to the gym to shower and then write client workouts and then go to work, I was just like, man, like, I can't even fix my fucking water. And I remember how much that pissed me off, and I sort of made a deal with myself, like, we're never gonna be here again, bro. Like, this is not a thing. You need to be able to provide for your people. So I went out and I got a bunch of skills, which brings me to skills. In my Freedom Compass, there's a few things. There's money, which you might not have money, right? At the time, I didn't feel free because I couldn't fix things. I felt like I didn't have options, but I didn't have any money. So the next thing you need is skills, right? And skills can oftentimes make you money, which I didn't really have the greatest skills. I had to hone those skills in order to get money. But also, as I was working my skills, I didn't have money. The next thing is relationships. You can leverage relationships. So if you don't have skill or if you don't have money, if you're a really good friend, a lot of times you can leverage that. And then after that, it's attention. If you can get attention, if you have people that look at you, you can generate that into options. That's my Freedom Compass. Those are the sort of the buckets that I sort of work towards, right? I have resources on there too, but those are the buckets that I try to fill up. Now, how did that work today, right? So my big problem today was sort of a legal acquisition problem where I needed a really good lawyer. And I have money at this point in time, right? Like, this is gonna cost me a little bit of money, but I have that money to get the deal done. I need someone to protect me on the deal. I need a good lawyer. And my normal legal firm was like, hey, we can't help you, but here's 5 other legal firms that can. So I called all 5 legal firms, and none of them can help me, right? So even with my skill, which I don't really have much legal skill, but even with my money, I couldn't find a solution. So I had to reach out to some resources. So I reached out to 3 of my really powerful friends who all gave me recommendations, and eventually I got in touch with a really good lawyer who's gonna help me out. And man, it really comes down to all those things. So if you're in life, right, and you don't feel free and you feel stuck and you don't feel like you have any options and you can't find solutions, I think it's simply, there's those things you need to lean into. You need to lean into making money or being better with your money, right? Looking back now, when I had that $300, I'm sure I could have got it somewhere. Like, I should have canceled cable. Cable was $100. We really didn't need it. I should have canceled cable, and after 3 months, I would have saved up $300. Like, TV's not important, but I was managing my money fairly improperly, I guess. Also wasn't making any. The second thing you need to look at is skill. If you don't have any money and you can't make any money, you need to work on skills. You need to practice your skills. You need to get sharper at them. You need to learn things. When people talk about side hustles now, or they're stuck in a 9 to 5, like, there is so much you can learn how to do. If you want to learn how to make email flows, most companies pay $7,000 a month to $10,000 a month for people to manage their email flows. And they're horrible. And you can learn that in 2 days. You can learn Klaviyo in 2 days and have $7,000 extra with just one client. Like, I'm telling you, if you learn these hard skills that people need, the money will show up. So if you don't have money and you can't make money, figure out a skill you can lean into that you can make money with. After that is relationships. I cannot stress how important relationships are. Even if you have money, even if you have skill, if you don't have good relationships, it undercuts everything. And the good relationship thing is why I was able to call friends today and then get in touch with some really good lawyers. So, very exciting. Today was a really good day. I touched on all of my things. I feel great. I'm almost packed. I still need to do my yard because I'm in that grass competition with myself. And I'll see you guys tomorrow as a daily vlogger for a travel day. Head to Scottsdale, Arizona to see Micah and Demi, and then hang out at the UFL and see some wild fights. I'm going to be surrounded by all these really big fighters that can kick my ass. I'm not going to fight anyone. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow.